Well, let me remind you the causes of Asian financial crisis in 1997. The slow growth and high liquidity in developed countries and the stable macroeconomic conditions in least developed countries complemented each other, or at least that's what people thought so. The inflow of US dollar to least developed countries increased by 30% compared to 5% growth in world trade. What the developing countries should have done is to appreciate their currencies, but they did not. As a result, there was excessive monetary growth and volatile economy in developed countries. Then why is it a problem? They just didn't have enough foreign currency reserves to prevent the sudden speculation or outburst of currency's depreciation, which led to defaults in foreign debts. 1.5 was an important number. Why? It was the ratio of short-term debts to foreign reserves in Thailand back in 1997. The finance sector in these countries was fairly liberal, but the regulation was weak. The local banks didn't meet the international standards with their low capital adequacy ratio enforced by the governments and lacked legal lending limits. So why is CAR important? Because it measures the ability of banks to absorb losses. Then why were these Asian governments so lenient in regulating the banks' operations? It's because their crony relationships were at stake. Friends and families of politicians were in charge of major banks and firms. These crony relationships encouraged reckless risk-taking as owners of these banks had the security of a bailout from their politician friends, which of course didn't happen thanks to the IMF regulations imposed after the crisis.
Created using Powtoon.